What if I told you that you could increase your productivity, discipline, and success by 10 times simply by changing how you think about responsibility? It sounds impossible, but it's not. In fact, this is the exact formula used by Navy SEALs and elite athletes to achieve superhuman levels of performance. And today, you get to learn it. In today's episode, we're going to discuss how to 10x your productivity, discipline, and success by adopting extreme ownership. We will do so by examining the leadership strategies of Jocko Willink, former Navy SEAL and current host of the podcast, Jocko Willink, and we will supplement his lessons with my own experience as an elite performance coach for NBA players. Let's get started. The first thing we have to understand when it comes to extreme ownership is what exactly it means. As Jocko says in his book, Extreme Ownership, there are no bad teams, only bad leaders. You are the leader of your life. Meaning, regardless of your environment or situation, you are responsible for the results you get. This doesn't mean blaming yourself for things outside of your control, but rather taking full accountability for your actions and decisions. To be clear, this video isn't about taking blame for other people's mistakes. Rather, it's about owning up to our own mistakes and using them as fuel for growth. As Alan Clip says, accountability isn't punishment, it's power. So let's keep that in mind as we go through the next 3 steps. Now we know that we must take 100% responsibility and 0% excuses for our actions. But there are 3 enemies that we must eliminate in order to live by this creed: blaming others, complaining, and making excuses. These are the 3 enemies of 10x results. So let's start with blaming others. Blaming is a beta move. When you point one finger, there are 3 fingers pointing back to you. Take responsibility for your actions instead of blaming others. Next, complaining. Complaints are prayers to the devil. Stop complaining and start taking action. Finally, making excuses. Listen good. Excuses are the killer of progress. They prevent us from learning and growing. Instead of making excuses, we must embrace challenges and use them to our advantage. Remember, good is a meme. So can you relate to any of these 3 enemies? Be honest with yourself and comment below if you want me to hold you accountable for your commitments. So now that we've identified the 3 enemies of 10x results, let's look at the 10x framework itself. Now, this framework is based on Jocko's 3-step process for achieving extreme ownership, and it has helped countless Navy SEAL teams and individuals from all walks of life to become more productive, disciplined, and successful. Step 1. Own your mistakes. As Jocko says, get your ego out of it. When you make a mistake, own up to it and learn from it. Don't let your ego get in the way of your growth. Step 2. Control the controllables. Focus on the things you can control and let go of the things you can't. As Alan says, circle of control. Taking action is crucial, but it must be directed towards the right things. Step 3. Aggressive execution. This is where the rubber meets the road. Execute your plan with precision and follow through on your commitments. Remember, discipline equals freedom. As Jocko says, this is where the magic happens. So let's put this framework into practice with 2 case studies. Case study. Number 1. Jocko's story of a failed mission. During Jocko's time in the Navy SEALs, he and his team were sent on a mission that ended in disaster. Despite having prepared extensively, they were ambushed and suffered heavy casualties. Instead of blaming others or making excuses, Jocko took extreme ownership of the situation. He analyzed what went wrong and took responsibility for his actions. Then he developed a new plan of attack and led his team to victory in the following engagement. What did Jocko do differently this time around? He executed his plan with even more precision and determination, ensuring that every member of his team was accounted for. As a result, his team not only completed the mission successfully, but they also gained valuable intelligence that helped to turn the tide of the war. Jocko's story demonstrates the power of extreme ownership in the face of adversity. By refusing to make excuses or point fingers, he was able to lead his team to success despite a devastating setback. Case study number 2, Alan's story of coaching a bench warmer. When Alan became the head coach of an NBA team, He inherited a roster of talented but undisciplined players. One player in particular stood out, a young rookie who had been drafted high but was struggling to make an impact. Despite his talent, the player lacked focus and drive, which kept him stuck on the bench. Alan saw potential in the player, but he needed to take extreme ownership of his actions if he wanted to make a difference. Alan pulled the player aside and explained that it was up to him to change his habits and work ethic if he wanted to see playing time. Instead of complaining or making excuses, the player took Alan's feedback to heart and began to train harder than anyone else on the team. He worked on his conditioning, honed his skills, and studied the playbook until he knew it inside out. His hard work and dedication didn't go unnoticed. Soon enough, he was getting minutes off the bench and eventually became a starter. With his newfound playing time, he thrived and went on to win the NBA's Most Valuable Player award. Alan's story illustrates the transformative power of extreme ownership. By taking responsibility for his performance and working tirelessly to improve, this player was able to go from bench warmer to league MVP. As we've seen from both of these case studies, extreme ownership is a powerful tool that can help us overcome adversity and achieve success in any endeavor. But what does this actually look like in practice? Well, it starts with mindset. As Jocko says, you are the leader of your life. And if you want to 10x your productivity, discipline, and success, then you need to start thinking like a Navy SEAL or an elite athlete. This means taking full responsibility for your actions and decisions and refusing to make excuses or blame others. It also means focusing on the things you can control and letting go of the things you can't. And finally, it means executing your plans with precision and following through on your commitments. And to help you apply this framework to your own life, I challenge you to comment below with one area of your life that you want to 10x in the next 30 days. For example, maybe you want to 10x your YouTube views, your Instagram followers, or your business revenue. Or perhaps you want to 10x your physical fitness, your mental toughness, or your personal growth. Whatever it is, write it down in the comments and commit to taking extreme ownership of that area for the next month. And to help you stay accountable, I encourage you to comment your top 3 reasons for wanting to make this change. By doing this, you'll create a sense of urgency and purpose that will drive you to take action and achieve your goals. And remember, you're not alone in this journey. You can do it. So comment your goal below, and let's hold each other accountable for making it happen. That's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Until next time, thank you for watching.